Kengema Kalabari, Simubolam. Mumba wake bom na choko kurma boya ne belema ding boy busmi Kalabari semebo ane wame Kalabari TV sakmangba wake bom na choko kurma. Anokuma oweten mi brabo jinkura 2027 akati amema boko kome late. Anewa okite ke bom na choko kurma ne tie iyere ambio inimie goge bo Kalabari TV mo ekwen wasama. Anike akakabio embrombroma anewa mi ogbomokite ke Mam nam na pokie ni botebo inimie ani akati gbolo ma emewu asari torme wa ni ani amiji seme bo smile lugo wana pray ye imbrana inabu lugo finji omna pray omiete ubulate
Wawulate.
ona rebu lugo wana pray
Ere Inawodiea Bliss Iyalla. Yere engineer.
ibulate
Imiete.
ye engineer ye piketubo akati gbolo ma emawu
Akati mebo yere kalatua. Akati mebo award chairman yete. LG secretary yete. Mingbabu yere piki PDP. Bo asare toro chairman.
ibulate
Yes, yere in the same party man.
okay all right so ye piki lugo wana pray
Yere Songo Amachree Yero Loko Brebo. Yere peka sai toro consensus mebo Bebo. Yere Ward 6. Yere peke Imbene Bakada be digibo jere. PDP asai toro ibe mebo. Diri ke pakre. Diri ke pangameke sevedabo.
ibulate
Imiete.
Okay, treme mo me make bom na choko kuma nyanya wagote mujo leki na kati gbelu mai make bom na choko kuma abiba tari lugo owete omna budugo finji Kalabari seme prebra bo dugo mnese omene akati ogbo meso mniso omneme tari ta ko gbula rede lukane muko akati amiema ani ti bike Kalabari membio me sobote ani na ti bike Kalabari membete ke gote duga know that map na trapuna ambio ye fiera ani ambio se krote yera ni inde mi ngwe kuma gre brabo Kalabari mungbe ni baki ni yiwe bo so sinete sakite dugo mesi ya mi akati amiema ke Kalabari me biki ansem benefit te ye odugo wana pray
Asobo. Akati mebo Kalabari soye filamate. Ibi ngo kitatare. Brote governor. Yeson wike bobo. Sonia mate jenyi na mamote reama. Moto munamala. Ane Kilimanjaro. Krakramana. Minamana. Sangamana. Angulamana. Omekamana. Omekitaramana. Mingbabu. Aro. Dundi mamuna wada bakana ke kruma. Ane mi bienbien. Ibi anti mebo Kalabari fite so ye one of me foreign scholarships on yante. Mingbabu so papa ambe so ye fair. Bi governor bi bo so fair. Ala sakibo itelamu bakana lawa. Anambe so ye. Guvanti ye wana pe right la 1977 78 79 there about. You wana pe right la. Mingbabu idigikma mpikisi antelema. Anengba so ye. And bobo idatonjo and electricity. Piki bo wana late. Mingbabu wana maso. Ama generator fia brabo. Tonjo bwa. Obigwa wari the cottage hospitals wana laure. Drida wari that federal government state partnership under wiki Amishi era. Idigikma abalambo drida wari ewoye emi. Oprama emi. Asaribio emi. Ama anyana ure. Kalabana mayebo. Wiki bobu so. Obama Boys High School ane bakana. Now Obama High School. Then Tumbia. Angana Obama. Kalabari semebo. Even money boso. Mina dira warma. Emi. Dira ingeri ya. Upigwa wari so. Dirina anamenja ina. And they saw it. Did that worry ma sick magma? You pick the ma. Fera kri bo. So what pick Solomon? Making a boat is urabo. Or sukubo Kalabari nabo. Or palib. And a Kalabari banigo. Kalabari nabo did game. And Tammy the Nagogo. Kalabari nabo commissioner for works him. Na China. Being Babu saw man pick pasia. Kalabari nabo pick all right. So here ba minister. When I saw you the Ibiantime wa fite yi gbogbo right. Maybe sake dokote anita ningba. Go find me ya.
Okay. I mean, look, we go me we get so by boy.
Yere kambo so wa be ane. Akati mebo wa mne Kalabari se wa so ye fite. Wa pa fe mamwe. Mi bote consumer ke so da wane. Yes, so we get FCC minister. O bi brabo Kalabari ke troko mo. Moko imbre Inawodiea bliss dugoyeme. Bongbo kribaru kri document kri menjaru mo laba nga jene Kalabari na mabo. Over decades, if we centuries yan bebe. Kalabari saki bote banjola. Bongbo kribaru na bweja peri ata fisote. Mbene bakabo. Bongbo kribaru. Wa mesi wona ba mame late. O soye. Wa ne mesaka grada kuma. Ina bweja pete peke. Breko ekpang membu, olokoto ekpang membu wana ke swe dapo. De mene baka wadi mama bo. Jama wari po fante. Janga inku wari po fante. Ambe janga ye yo mwanga so ofori. Map memute to mitoru finjite. Mene baki asari so kuma. Ebe si eken kuma asari bi ana digie. Inku wari te bekin wari ate kiri wari e sonala. Sma ba polobo. Sani mago soyete akati mebo mam ni Kalabari feta soye mama pa fi mamwe.
Okay, omiete. Or iya kwansake obi go ware mesin begin see an hospital. Ani memoko wa itemeke bo general hospital mebo krumatane buguma bo sme general hospital me. Wa bete ni mebo sake ani mane hospital te yosa yipa kabo saka ni red gregory babu to minute bo fuka ina kuma mangimu te yiwa hospital kuma moko akana brabo and yana nai brabo me ma bare okosma one magic branga bikin and social media go to me do carmenese hospital mebo kene guapo ofori doctor sofori ambio inke bote ke kona korwa bai ofori nesi inke boye ane nokote na nokote kebo to madiete pikin anikesum moko omni ane honorable alabo enemy judge Luka menja plane no ona fi na brana gulma po so wa bi bo go take Kalabari mepre ndugo me krakrai anyanya krakrai ya
Imi lama. Ya brass pray. Bugma General Hospital me yere. Inawodiea Iyalla and the important land right. Remember ya piki duki pray. Yere na bi ntare yito.
Ani te krabo
Ani yeah
ani prakabo sake
I do pray bia
okay,
but he my need number that's ani pakabo kra yere Inawodiea Iyalla and Bugma General Hospital ntare yito. Indian sake aberi pulangai kriko be no polo. You're the first child that was born there. So and bulumai so ibo piko piece of land right. Kuma ya duko ya ke braswa. Min gba wona sinte wa bubura wa piki botebo ina bebele my bra. Piki andu crap magoge. Think boning my help out. Enemy can be swayema. In piki abebe na nangabo. Ere so ina bia ma bring baka beke brake bo. Tay sin. Te bo na tumba kere. Ambi oke swat ambi ofori mo so ofuru bere so kesua laga so okesua odiri fesun ECG machine modern delivery bed na and baina x-ray machine ton wine bongo susua ibila government house clinic imukuma nga use ibila and buy office mattresses pillowcases inke and partitionery. Because I know that I need to why. I need to know about the people who are Anaka kuma doctors kota moran furnishing o fridge fesum o ingada fesum o ibida fesum o TV keswa pika nji kunuma o piki generator standby generator fete kuruma and pika nji kunuma o piki and connecting to the national grid. Then for trakora anga security yab o nagba pri o me pela ebra kuma nji hospital bra nimbia and be labelling oriye famam anigba nanga mi osikima chaposo bodawa nanga pigibo free medical ifante the equipment there Dr. Robinson Ebi Robinson mekine orane monjobo bekin bere obigwapo kekese that so bo omno bula mena ma be jairo ne bra na piki bere boton gbo ki mu piki an fete ke pigibo swaye okay ya but akebara swai time okay. Let's go there and find the facts that those clinical equipments are there. These equipments were also handed over in writing to the hospital management board, the chairman of the hospital management board. Personally, I delivered it.
Immorality.
But ananga kuma what became recommendation your prim that na kora kuma bare kona mamua and tanga me gba ma bra ananga kuma ina transfer te e wa puke bo tanga me du moyena.
Okay, what you implement?
I never implement it, I think.
But what my work ma Tommy Obi and Yana Beck Obi Sake Mangimu Mbara Doctor so for not so for
and name enemy be corner ma enemy be rim that and I miss me bind this memory bia no sukamena and one you Feni Biaye with the Dr. Robinson Moko Pekala so the Alabo Dr. Ebi Robinson. And I said, we see with that with the medical team, we must febo, jai bikinama febo. Ibila, we see febo. Oimbre obungo, all about that on my Josh Kelly. So piki 5 million, a kind of revolving funds to provide him. Birima family inke birima so why ambulance of febo. Irregister bebe, or register bebe. Kalabari obo diki. Mbemi ngeribo erododo, babaka. Akuma fingo ningma piki pao bote bo andiki te iru abana be gban government bo wa criticize abe ye wa constructive ye wa piki wani mi edugo ma these modern clinical equipment are there anigba ifindi as anigba re fama but anigba so over 60 different clinical equipment anigba be mi.
Okay,
Birma Belema.
Local Biba, I Bulamoko, Arobulam, indeed, do if in Iwa doctors matter in Dugapma, in Bona, in Buana, Obema, Nimi, Onimia, and Piki, honorable enemy, allow Joshua, Nimi, Balao, or Pangibio, or Fori. Indeed, one mete, and name Animi Boa Bobra, and in Ray, Doctor Abbott.
And I remember
one Africa go to Ghana and in Pomate to me both Kamar. Because Moko Beko be netted young boss like a commending and Mangimu Wabra and in General Hospital Mane, Gregory Brabote to me near Mukuma in nete me Sakame last to me nete Idiki Barebo Moko doctors or Fori Odugo Brabo and drink everything Amy. So in the and mete Angamesaki became a functioning Wibobra.
and then my pomate. Enebe brofo enebe orikonomane to renovate and refurbish the general hospital and equip it, which he did. Obeyete oyefami mokodugo in hand over the hospital management board prim. And the hospital management board eremonoso elemambu smapoma ekbakor na mabua. And civil service one above come by jai. Ekonma dokiba ekonma kana preba kona me koribia akalfati ni bigi fiba. And I remember recommendation was made to them to transfer those old staff to a different area and bring in new staff so as to keep the place function. But it fell on deaf ears. And I remember kura all the hospital management board. So I'm a thorough baba. Kalaba Assatori Bene and Balapona, the Buguma Internal Affairs Society bias. Biko bo so de diri pack rekete ki piki me hospital management board me pre te ele me ke subiri me si an pakamota ndi odigite to mi ke bota ibobogo because obiama me bo bakam wani mi wure
Ngan my pakosala.
Okay.
Even the current commissioner for health and that remain Odile Toma. So abu mana meri. Ime ko abu brana rema be mama to mi dokare pokima. Ami do prayer me. So mo yes are ba. Gbe baka ke Europe ma meeting abojere. Gotobo brana digi. Indugo brana pakabara boto. Anoko pakabara boto. Brana digi.
Okay.
so kan mo so me wa dugo bra the Asaito Local Government Council in alliance with the Hospital Management Board or then planning with the Bookman Internal Affairs Society, the chiefs, to go to write to the Hospital Management Board to bring in staff to man this equipment, to revive, to keep the hospital function. We want it to be functioning so as to take care of the health challenges of the people of the rural area, because that is the only general hospital we have within that vicinity.
Sabi so bo ngan ma. Menka bo bote kwan japo. Over 700 million can apre. Ane mo junje ko sin o lo sama Amachree. Dege ma general hospital. Can't tell ma take the face. Okay, fim, we ngala ure. Bula digi.
It's a grab packer way.
Me can sin ko pre. O peke gbori bi so lo me esa communique tax ID so yana te ena communique government take biko ke take bingo tombra fishian wa wa ko dugo sima but ibo practice team la me se o sakewa o sakete bebe e bia o ikunpewa ibi so lo me esa company ere yana company okay governor be uburi ko sinde ananga hospital renovate wate 700 million of if and right mba laga so fa already you wori ngutanduka but it tare join gbe dika bebe make sure me see yin gbe fefe now okay even transcriber so or rank equipment supply or coming supply equipment here ere yana company if it fate evidence of it okosibita po ane munju bote japare sima Kalabari troko Kalabari maso impiki bari ye dante memo kona kana mbaya mbabia te para bete Kalabari bo bi na te para be ma ama na to minimure asa to bapo na to minimure.
Okay, muki idu be mebo yara ngo sete piki ye kibulane resim
Yes.
so obem ne say enemy allow judge na piki taken na gravel na free and fair bo innete election we need be asari toru mebo.
Yeah.
Okay, and logo be boy no ambo ko amuno so
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, kwente boy krama.
Brofori.
Ama na to minimure akasa kebra. 2015 urina sonoma pona okay so ni nina ansaka wakbe party bofori enemy na tekana na nke bu wura ya new entrants into that sort of political scene or equation in bofa we were popular there on ground go there election me materials polling unit ma go there in winimu Angiplo, fuel, kemu, rack center me, and the registration area center me, we had that distributed electoral materials. Set it ablaze.
Tona.
Or no gangena.
Okay.
It's an arsonist. In the matter man farm. But only be mem almost my jabu, you know, would do sooner. We have met the them samana, jabumu, musical stram, and because the people are in bulk, combustion me fast theater, and I resume the election me muting winning. Or you may want to farm. Do you election vote here? He has never participated in an election. And I made to get 2023. I was a campaign coordinator for SIM, Fast Local Government Area. as a coordinator, one a campaign with what to what campaign with Jini or particular election days already. Or on the ball wall Tamange farm. And I'm bad the fan tremor, and you can come to take a. You see? So, of course, Metapo, and then Munjubutu in a big finite, but I like to get. But what bomb babu bo and Amadugu Bua. Japan come was to be finna in Bia. Because I'm not I thought I'm not doing it. Yeah, do pray as a party man, I keep saying bravo. Jini party, one popular candidate field there. Including Nibabu, Bumagu, the damage contest. She was popular. Enemy was very popular. Tekena was very popular. From the inter-election with the Jokwa. If he thinks otherwise, that Irikin Bebe, just like people. But one other we keep the bravo. Then you cannot rig an election in a place you are not popular. Many money came with go governor Buru Constitution, but I did that affair. In fraudsters. Uburi Kekne Sinte, Bobrayi, Bobrayo Kefa, fraudster. So, one of his antics, Obumenga would have contact to Mr. Message. He's not even on ground. In 2019, Umuvotu and Kakara was ballot papers, duplicate Mankete, what's a monkey farm? Including youngest on Nimia, those units of Frumangaima in an consultant, Usakan Amachree. So, what politics now, electoral materials now, Dukai Bebe. Uria, it's not a force to reckon with. Uria, where can you pick you up with me? Or no, some Amachree. You know what is that? You know, so Babu Manga Botobo na Pakra Bia. Kuma.
You see, we don't want to give relevance to some issues, but want to put the record straight. The likes of Tekena Wellington Granville, the Honorable, who represented the good people of Assato Constituency 1, and Dr. Enemy George, representing the good people of Assato Constituency 2. These are popular candidates the party has featured in all our elections. That's the PDP. 2019, as my brother did say, Olosama Peter Amachree, Imbre, we are from the same compound, the Lateme. He never voted. Politics is all about snatching of ballot buses and materials run to the mangrove. And if you take a bukuro, we are not for that. Politics is a game of intelligence, the smart minds, in quote. So when we are discussing politics, we need people that will think at par with us. Let us be at par, not people that are very beneath. No, we don't play politics of Oshogbe. We don't play Oshogbe politics. 2019. Okay, 2015 in one landslide. There was rerun between him and Hope Barango. Also my brother from the Iyalla houses.
He still won.
They won him. They won Hope. He went to court. The tribunal down to Court of Appeal. The election went for rerun 2 times. The young man still won and served his tenure. Fast forward to 2019. The court barred the APC from officially candidates. And the APC as a party in Assato gave their support to the SDP against Tekena Wellington Granville versus Dr. Ipalbo George. Tekena Wellington Granville still won landslide. However, they smartly, and I don't want to use some certain words, to rig election and to the stupidity of everybody, they use senatorial rerun result sheet to concoct Rivers State House of Assembly Assato State Constituency 1 result for Dr. Ipalbo George. We don't just play or partake in politics. Pre-election, election, and post-election. We move down to the court. As we deliver the unit to the ward, to the constituency, we proceed. to the court. At the tribunal, down to Court of Appeal, we always win. When the court saw the evidence tendered before it, how would you run senatorial result sheet to concoct result for state constituency 1 election? And they nullified it and gave the money back to its rightful owner, the Honorable Tekena Wetin Granville. For photo 2023, we went to the field. The same man still won against the likes of Tekena Harry of APM and that of Okipriye Tom George of APC. PDP never featured any unpopular candidates. So when let them come tomorrow again, we are in election, we are in political season now. We will still win. We have always won because we feature credible, sellable candidates and not liabilities.
Okay,
Thank you.
Moko in Ori Honorable Tekena Graville na Honorable Enemy Allow George na Minga na member legate, I think me in that crowd. Indi asari toro me banyana asari toro be kuma wabugu mengenge ba indi inyete me boku me kuma and go ba mnese me insetable kramebo inyete bo yi asari toro me gre babo muti bike to me prayer mute me something unique beki okoka ne same tinyete bo yi.
Okay, let me come in there. We are talking about Iyetaibo. Let me fall back to constituency 1. After Tekena went in Granville office, but 2016, or through the Buguma Internal Affairs Society, gave us scholarships. The best thing you can do as a man to your fellow human being is knowledge, not the physical cash you are giving. Audio cash. Audio. I use the word audio because it's not visual. Tekena went in Granville, gave scholarship of how many million naira to Buguma Internal Affairs Society buyers in Buguma Town Square, Mobo. It was a big occasion. The chiefs, the elderly, the youths, scholarship grants. And today, most of them are graduates. What about Skill Acquisition Center? Right opposite Kalabari National College, KNC, entering Bukuma. He built sophisticated ICT center, Skill Acquisition Center. Not only building it, he furnished it, brought in equipments, and from time to time, people have undergone training, which I also supervised. ICT skills, shoemaking, paint production, name them other skills. Catering, today, most of them, interior decorations, most of them today can put food on the table for their families. I said that Tekena Wetin Granville currently, as proposed and is in the pipeline, want to come up with fire service station in Buguma. 3 weeks ago, we were at Amachree Hall with the Kalabari Council of Chiefs and the Buguma Internal Affairs Society to approve the site for the project, which I have approved. Within the area my chairman mentioned, where the assing took place at KNC, under the mango trees, that area has been earmarked for the project within the KNC and the council. So it can serve the good people of not only Asaritor Constituency 1 or Constituency 2, but when anything happens in Buguma, it can cover its area. It's happening in Abonima, hence it's motorable. They can move down and take care of such accident or incident that will take place. So these persons have worked. The likes of enemy, Alaba George, has worked. When you go to Abalama, where I know, when I talk of empowerment, not just giving audio cash, I repeat. I want my shaman to come in there as well.
It's okay. It's interesting. the person of enemy has 3 areas of interest, and is a man who believes in legacy projects. His 3 areas of interest are education, health,
Security.
and human capital development. Within the period of 2015 to date, enemy has paid JAMB for over 5,000 assailants. In fact, he entered the political scene with registering WAEC for 200 students of the LGA in 2015. And then, because he has passion for education, the first project he did was the reconstruction of community secondary school leader. At the time, the pictures are there. Maybe with time, we're going to give you the before and after pictures of the community. As you pass along the road down to Buguma, the headquarters of Asatoro, you will see Ido. Fine red roofs and fine buildings. Good electricity. They had no good water system. It provided borehole, and then provided good toilet system. Students were were passing physics in the forest. So he upgraded that school. It's there. Then his second area is health. He entered Krakrama. In Krakrama, we had complaints of health workers not going to work because there's no accommodation. And at that initial stage, there was no motorable road. So they were handicapped. He entered there and built 10 2-bedroom flats for health workers and doctors in Krakrama Health Center. In Abalama and the environs of the outskirts communities of Buguma, security was becoming a menace. It was becoming an issue. Theft issues and others. He and his elder brother, Alabora Josh Kelly, and our dear brother, Brigadier Obeni, conceived the Abalama police station. And then they brought it to bear. Then we had 21 police officers posted to Abalama. Josh Kelly housed the police officers for 3 years. So instead of us to continue to pay hotel for police officers, Honorable Nimi Alabo Josh constructed 21 units of accommodation for police officers. It is there. What Abalama? You will see that. And then in his drive for to ensure that people are healthy, he carried out the free medicals and then equipped the Buguma General Hospital. These are things you can verify. I'm not talking about personal largesses he has given to people, accommodations, scholarships, and all of that. For scholarship, till this minute, he has over 20 students, university undergraduates, under his scholarship. Just of recent, just last week, no, 3 days ago, that's last week now.
Yeah.
Yes, 3 days ago, a woman, Oroko, Maxwell, she became unconscious, she passed out, and then they took her to Dr. George, and then he referred her. When he single-handedly footed that bill, that midnight, he was given an emergency call. I also know similar things about Tekena, who also helped in interlocking most of the compounds within his constituency, where they had drainage issues after rain and erosion, to curb erosion and to add aesthetics to those compounds. The list is endless.
Let me also, yes, one. Tekena Wanten Granville, the Honorable, conceived the idea and the rebirth of Kalabari Girls High School, KGHS, Buguma City. That school was handed over into law. He sponsored alongside with his constituency counterpart, And today, we have our children in Kalabari Girls High School.
Okay.
Yes, HHS.
Okay, let me avoid
Okay,
to Kalabari
go
Girls High School. I helped the construction company to supervise the Kalabari Girls High School. Our elder stakeholder and father Lolo Ibini constructed the footbridge. At the time, I went to the bridge, a footbridge with a drone. It was a steel bridge back then. Now it's a concrete bridge. We could not enter. It was a forest. We had to use drone, fly drone into the area and view the area. Due to the magnanimity of our father, James Wike, he approved first the construction of that footbridge, and then instead of a steel bridge, because our area is prone to corrosion due to the salinity of our rivers, so it is now a steel bridge, very fine portable steel bridge. And then that project was awarded to Samokpoko, and then over time Samokpoko could not construct the bridge. Then the governor called on Honorable Enemy and said, "You and your counterparts were the people who conceived this idea of reviving the school. So now, within this short time, I don't want it to be an abandoned project. So I want you to take over the job and see how you can conclude the job." I tell you, in Asaretoro, Mainwood is the best secondary school today.
Yes.
You can also take a walking visit to Mainwood. You will see the work Honorable Enemy did there. From the classrooms to the landscaping to the furniture, computers, safari chairs. You know, it was partly renovation of some blocks and building of fresh buildings.
New buildings, yeah.
And then we have over 19 buildings in that compound. It's even the largest. In fact, in future, that place will become a tertiary institution.
Yes.
The facilities there, television, fridges, chairs, desk, just name it.
ICT centers.
And then he also provided a Lister generator, Becky's engine generator, to also supply electricity.
Okay, I'm not going to say ICT center, Buguma baby. I'm going to name say make bosak do jam, Buguma bo jam center hopefully to whatever jam I can go like see paka and then because of I became the same facility computer facilities Mia to contain or accommodate such numbers of persons in kind that Saritoro Fremaba Tinete Jam making my bubra. So I be banjumo clear because already go tell that ICT center in me.
Yes.
Yeah, you told me about. And you told me about Bravo Boy Jam Center. Just my center and need 300 candidates for Jam Center. And it means that if you pick any school, it must have 300 facilities. And then Jam in picking standard and right, they must all be contained in one hall. They must all be contained in one hall. Then the area, Ezame Kebanga, must also be fenced. Mainwood qualified for that. And making in our old girls, bo enemy Feswai ma sigma terme. People see and as I speak with you, they are working on the ICT center. At Kalabari Girls High School. I mean, look at them. There are things you can go and verify. I was supposed to be there today. I'm moving scare copas proba. And got mattresses so over 200 mattresses and let me. Though and move for Yana Mokus my governor be or Barry Koname Korokama white big Bokra mate, Dometrime, Mokra. But I'm just a Konama Trocomulante. And nga what picking drawing studio na home economics lab na Jaito Fura so picking adora. So computer so me decision me Tatare security na jana put Kalabari bo wa by Jambia Okpobo ngesime. Okpobo ahia gbobe. Partly Amishi ke kwa make people right and I know you pick about 150 kepeke. Janka bo bo to center mero na. But of it. So if you me otana ra me na bo anokite. As somebody within the education cycle, I'm well abreast. So I know person that make bo fie. So Moko wa Kalabari boy you know baby. They are doing the upgrades. Even Kensi Busi here. Just schools like Abalama school so propose it any man propose it in his next constitution to fence the Abalama school and also upgrade where anywhere we can have big halls that can contain the 300 capacity in one hall. And then the two states.
Okay, Swabo. The ICT Center Bekuma. Honorable Tekena Wellington Granville. While I'm there, so much bia kuma. Tomboy be con ma correct bebe. Mbere me go pakama. Me metimbo sie yeso. Tompeki sitoru kidigiba. O me na mawre be ICT Center me opposite Kensi. Ya mama swipe na ne territory die. Opposite the Kensi 1-story building. On equipping, he equipped it with modern systems. To become more yedawa lama. To me yedawa, which I also co-supervised. But body sit a wine aye, woman in Kalabari, one bracket woman I see my ding way. PhD, either you pull her down or you pull him down. Because you cannot climb. Or me fire ma to man what so it ought to have been on phases. Now put the afante to the bebe. What can Japan muba? Do you know that in Mutaman Jamaica since the Magogi for farmer? All the systems we have stolen. Same thing was done to the tailoring section. The industrial machines as well as the manual for farmer 70-something machines. The computer was about also 75 computer systems. Ifurufama, 21 inches screen. Other areas, Ifurufama. And then what Ibilabra, what Sikanisia. Recently, Osibio Kora, I'm not picking. Case me renovate. Men because Bojo staff quarter nama. Mokume, I see this. Go to Ojukaye. One more kuma. Kontobra osa quarters na mam. Mokwa mi amene kwa mbrabo. E bigi muta ambioka furu bi ai furu. Wala planisi farmer. Na beba maka mene kwa ngbo ikoluwa bi emi. It's facing trial. Ane why nete yeme secure management system is a problem. Insecurity of these projects. Me meta ne fear.
Kalabari. Ngbawe Kalabari. In Afro Bayan Gote. Mbali Bisogoa. Now, if you come and say, Munjobo, or Kalato, Bote, Kalabanala, that you manage the second, as the Secretary General of the CDBA. Today, or attractable rally through the NDGC and other agencies, Buguma Ring Road is ongoing. Even if an aboy to happen, Krime Furute on the part of the road, and he allowed this to the Kalabari Council of Chiefs, the regent of Kalabari, to interface in Cameroon. And this so, it's ongoing. Men are thinking of what to contribute to bring to Kalabari, not just what they will take from Kalabari. Then Barabu, the government is there, full there. Piki, the least anybody can do is to say thank you. Wow. Okay, when I go by questions, print the bua. I'm for Kuma. I want the paper now. And the figures, the exact figures now about now my pictures now. But okay, for Yesima, being back or working visit Kebo, what omina it all. See these facilities for yourself and then in your own language, how many media people, how can you go some about you help us to thank these illustrious sons who have made us proud.
Ye wa pimi bosaike mi jiseme bo pakar ba me ambio diki. Trema bo assembly member ngame me some. Tari ingada mongo no like the suitable treme yani before in one governor be impeaching me ibas. Asim before osome or budget ame allocating aniania or ani kroma. Mani me and bo sakamo fa kuma Jane Jumonite Jane Yeba.
Okay, Yasobo, budget in the everyday economic definition, normally or annual. Okay, it's an annual budget. Mingbabo imeke assembly na piki governor bin and married hima. Jane for ya genria tampa mi budget me. Me budget me kebo okebua ane anabara ngaso obi maye. Ibas on that calendar Sonia Kalania who presented National Assembly pre-annual budget. Bakura covering is 6 months. And then so 4 months. And then we are already in the 10th month. Constitutionally, Kurdan exhausted treme in the budget keboa. So Ibas presidential budget is already 10 months old. Then you can dig maybe brabo ibi temeke constantly frame menjarapo in yebra like 3 months or like 100 days to the end of that physical budget. You pick Jacob you go to Jacob ne and I present it bebe. House me pick time of the pick and secretary and pick digite and telemate terminal pasawa. I know you begin to see track along was like Bokra Necrate. And I'm a cracker. So, a bass boye me and Bulatebra and Konobe. Book said, it was fucking bit. Neither.
Or the woman a governor beso and similar life Joseph Fobra. But the second will do that was Korabo. Me abrakalo December nebo or budget me presentable in the new moke me tema me na my be assembly complex mebo I no present to be. It took a working visit to the site at Moscow Road.
Yes.
And he said he's going to present the budget as of December at that place. It was very unfortunate that after he came back from his
Trip.
leave, I call it leave, the emergency, state of emergency declared was leave for him, his rest. He did say so. But very unfortunate that the governor, looking at the circumstances, have not yet presented the budget. The assembly, as lawmakers, these are intelligent, sagacious, and dynamic lawmakers who move with trend of things in the society. They are not a cake, neither are they anachronistic. No. These are seasoned lawmakers, and they knew at the lifeline, at the tail end of this budget, the incoming budget need to be presented. Look at other states. Most states have presented their budgets. Some approved. River State is still in the pipeline. Why? Why are you running the state without the other arm of the government? You have 3 arms of government. The legislature cannot be silent. If you don't have a voice, you cannot even be a lawmaker. Because you are the voice of the voiceless. You are the voice of the people. And these lawmakers have beckoned on it. Oga, please, sir, present the budget. Present the annual budget so the House can look into it, deliberate, scrutinize, and see if it is possible or it could be amended as the case may be. Then approve it. They can forward it for approval after deliberation. It fell on deaf ears. And the House sat watching what is happening in the state. My sister presenter, even if you're opportune to be there, you cannot close your eyes. Why this nuisance are taking place. I don't want to use some words. What is happening in the state today, it is uncalled for. Everybody wants peace, progress, and development. But when one man, because he's a very good man, but when the people around him, the buccaneers, the vultures, you see, the budget is one of the problems we're having in the state, and we want.
So, Moko, with this impeachment, and the Kalabari, move Kamabia, and Yami was one me Kalabari, and one above Kamabia, go to run of Pakate bebe. To mananke to serembe, bra me elephants will say bebe, Kirimananke to serembe.
And why sobo? Yeri, I like to take issues objectively. And then the social media fight are engaged here because most of them are not even exposed to the amount of facts I have. In my primary six, like I just said you earlier, that a headmaster wanna belong. What is duty? And then why ni pakre or many wanna pakre? Duty is the doing of what you ought to do. He went on to tell us that duty is a sense of obligation. As the keeper of this place, all your duty. Now, the governor has a duty to protect lives and properties, to also steer the economy of the states and manage it judiciously with probity and accountability. This is duty. Like my colleague earlier said, the assembly also has that primary duty to also pass the budget when presented before them or to them. And that's why, in their sense of duty, they wrote to him once the emergency rule ended that, please, sir, forward your budget. Please, sir, forward your list of appointees for ratifications. So today they may be slammed, they may be hated, they may be talked down by people who forgot that it is their primary duty. And for those around the governor discouraging him from presenting the budget, they are also doing disservice to him, because if he fails to present the budget, he has failed in his duty as the man who steers the economy. Not, overwhelm him with their praises. He should do the needful, and then you see that there will be no call for impeachment. So answering your question, well, government is government. If a governor is impeached, another will come. There's provision for how impeachment should go, and there's provision of who comes in after the governor leaves. And government is a continuum. There's no vacuum. Kalabari goes to Sofabia. Hence, these things are gadgeted, and the public fund has been remitted to people handling those jobs.
Okay, Moko, Miji Semebo, Omna Siri Dabwane, FCT Minister, Yinso Wiki, Omnere Bravo, Moko Miembe 2027 Nebo, okay, Kalabari Bo program, no so resort or an Umesotek or Obo prayer, Uri Moko Biba, or Mina Baniani or Tubo in Katamangono Lake, Yana Kalabari Bo, okay, in the Comia Merebra 2027 Webo Akatia Memab.
Let me come in there, my shaman. Tariye, the FCT minister, who is fighting for the people because he hates injustice. The FCT minister, the former governor of Rivers State, is not fighting Sim as a person because Sim is his son, political son. He brought Sim. Sim was nobody before now, compared to politicians we have that contested for that seat. They like the seasoned politicians we have. Sim was never a politician. But the FCT minister saw wisdom in him, and the grace fell on him for him to be governor today. And thank God he's the governor of Rivers State. Maybe due to one or two disagreement they have and still having right now, made them to have this issue coming to the knowledge of the public. Not because that was the original intention, no. If peradventure the impeachment process is on, if he sees the light of the day,
Let me come in.
I'm coming, my chairman. If he sees the light of the day, it will favor the people of Rivers State. It will trickle down to the Kalabaris. One, you need to understand, impeachment or the 2027 has nothing to do with the Kalabari alone. We are talking about Rivers State. Kalabari alone does not make up Rivers State. We have the Ngenes, we have the Kodes, the Ogonis, the Okrekas, the Opobos.
Let me support you. I think if I get your question clearly, you're asking that 2027 is around the corner, and whether the FCT minister, our leader, our friends, our boss, our father will give to Kalabari man, or give to himself or his child, or people from his own ethnicity.
Yes.
The mistake we are making in River State that is partly dividing us is ethnicity. The activities of the FCT minister and people like us who have like minds with him is not based on ethnicity.
It's not.
Yes. We will do our bits as people in politics. But in doing so, we are also not forgetting that we're in a democracy, and the elementary definition of democracy: government of the people, by the people, and for the people. If it is not just the FCT minister, if people within the cycle, people within the system, people within the party sees that this time around the Kalabari man will deliver their mandates as anticipated, they will give to Kalabari people. It's a democracy. Only the Kalabari man cannot give to himself. Until we realize that, some of this clamoring and some of this agitation will stop. No ethnic nationality at this level
It's an island.
can give it to himself.
It's not. You can't.
It will be a collective stuff. According to David Ricardo, collective bargaining. You give and you take. The theory of collective bargaining. Give and take. We are going to go to the political board, drawing board, and then look at the political equation and see how it will balance. While balancing the equation, if it favors the Kalabari man, you're going to see the Kalabari man emerge. But if it doesn't favor us, there's always a next time. But what we are after is political stability. It is that stability that would enshrine developments. It is that stability that will bring political maturity. Most of the people in our political space are immature because they dodge the issues, they are quick to insult, they are quick to abuse, they are quick to call names. Let us ask ourselves, as a party chairman, before the two assemblymen emerged, we had the primaries. People indicated interest, and then somehow, either by consensus or by election,
They emerged.
candidates emerged. The same way the incumbent governor emerged. On the 21st of May 2022, I was in that primaries, and we were all tensed. And then we saw the drift. Very soon is this person, the next minute is this person, until the three leading aspirants were taken for a closed-door meeting where they reached a consensus. And then the governor emerged. It was not just Wike who brought him as governor.
No.
He did not single-handedly, he did not impose sin on us. So the stakeholders, the leaders, and the structure will still meet. And if it favors the Kalabari, glory be to God. But the Kalabari people, we as a people must learn one thing. We are not the only tribe in River State. And we should stop insulting
We are not.
other ethnic groups on social media.
We are not.
We should not be quick to insult, to abuse, to malign. So we are hopeful. We are hopeful that as we play our parts and we believe in the system that it's a democracy. If we present popular candidates who emerge, we have paid our dues. Thank you very much.
King Kalabari, wabo ekwemebo kunumamia late. Kuma wamne Kalabari TV ma wasme priya ni tungri anyanya mijisemu pakaribai ke bohom na choko kroma. Ane kuma ibote ekwente anyana ijimo bibo na ye ebelati ambio krakra me anywhere bebe. Here so inete bote ike yeme ni mibrabu dugo wasama Kalabari me preba. Mna makom na dia Kalabari TV yere priya Iyalla omete.